we're asked to solve the system of equations, and what we want to do is use the tools on the calculator for our matrix to do this. So the first step is to rewrite the system as the corresponding augmented matrix. Now these are the same problems that are done in the previous problem. So remember, take the coefficients. This is 1, 4, 9, and then 6, -7, 18. Okay, now what I want to do is put that information into the calculator. All right, so let's see here. Let's use this calculator. All right, so all of the matrix information is done where it says matrix above the x to the -1. So to get to that, I'm going to do second, that button. First thing I need to do is put this in, so that's under Edit. And you can choose which matrix you want to put it under. So I'm just going to use the first one, A. I have to tell the calculator what size to use. So I have 2 rows and 3 columns. So this is 2 by 3. And then you can see if you've put it in right, it'll show you if you've got the right thing. So 2, and then I've got more spots over there. I'm going to put it in there, and 3 spots. So that matches up. Okay, now just put everything in. 1, and you can page over, or I think if you just hit enter, yeah, it'll go to the next one. 4, let's see if I use my arrow key. Nope, looks like I have to hit enter. 9, then it'll automatically come back to the bottom one. 6, -7, and 18. Okay, so I've put in my matrix. All right, let me quit out of this. Now the next step is to tell the calculator to rewrite this in what we call reduced row echelon form. So again, that's under the matrix menu. We want the calculator to do something, so we're going to go to math. Do math for me. Lots of options here. Ours, what we're using is not down past, I think it's 9 or 0. Nope, even farther. Option B, RREF. Now I have to tell the calculator which matrix to do that on. So again, I have to go second to get to my matrix. I just want to give it the name of the matrix. So right where I'm at, and I want to use matrix A, which is already highlighted, so I'll hit enter. And what that does is it puts it into a different form so I can easily get the solution. Now this is not very pretty numbers. We've got some nasty decimals running around here. If you hit math and then the first option, convert to a fraction, and hit enter, it will change those to be their fraction form, which looks a lot nicer. So now let me copy this. So this goes to, they're not equal, so don't put an equal sign, but an arrow is fine. The reduced row echelon form has 1s on the diagonal and 0s everywhere else. And this is 135, 50, no, 31sts and 36 31sts. If you put this back into an equation, this is why this reduced row echelon form is so nice. I have 1 of my x's plus 0 y's. So in other words, just x equals this number. It is giving me the solution. And this one, 0x is 1y, equals 36 31sts. And there's my solution. Now if we do it on this one, we've got 3 variables. Watch out, because here the order is reversed. So I do need to think of that as -2x plus 5y minus z equals 7. Got to have your x's, y's, and z's all lined up. And the last equation doesn't have any x's, so that's going to be 0 x's. If I think of that in the augmented matrix, that's 3, -2, 8, 4, reading across the numbers on the first one. And again, make sure you have the same order, x's, y's, and z's for the second equation, and similarly for the third, x's, y's, z's. I need to put this matrix in. So going to my matrix menu, I'm going to call in, I'm going to go with this one in matrix B. And I want to edit matrix B. Okay, it is a 3 by 4. So 3 by 4. And now I just need to fill in all of my numbers in the right spots. 3 negative 2, 8, 4. And then I have negative 2, 5, negative 1, 7. And then finally 0, 1, 6, 0. Okay, there's my matrix. Quit out of this. And I want to move this to be reduced row echelon form, which means I'm looking for 1s along the diagonal and 0s everywhere else in this left-hand side of the augmented matrix. So I'm going to tell the calculator in the matrix menu we need to do some math. It's all the way down here to option B, RREF. And I want to do that on, have to give it the name, second matrix. The name is B. And once again, I get some decimal expressions here, so I'm going to go math, convert to fraction, and I end up with 264/53, 174/53, and negative 29/53. Putting that back into an equation, I get my final answer. 1x plus 0y's plus 0z's equals 264/53. 0x's plus 1y plus 0z's is 174/53. And then finally, 0x's, 0y's, 1z is negative 29/53. And there is my solution.